Hey everybody, Garcia here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the app version, iOS, of the two-player bluffing game, King and Assassins. In this game, one player takes on the role of the king and his guards, and the other player is the assassins, mixed in among the townsfolk. The king is attempting to, as they move around the town square, make it into the castle, protected by the guards, and the other player is trying to misdirect with the townsfolk that are innocent in order to get the assassins close to the king and hit them. You can do that twice, you win the game. If all of your characters are arrested or eliminated, then of course the king wins, or if the king makes it into the castle. So that's basically how the game works. Now, I've played the physical version of this years ago, but I've played it. I did get rid of it. And I would say it's a decent game. It's an okay game. I would say maybe a 6 out of 10. I know it's been reprinted in a newer edition. I have not seen that edition. I've heard good things, but the core gameplay is still the same. So the game itself is okay. It's not a game I would say you need to rush out and go and buy, but I was curious about this app implementation, and there are certainly good things about the app. For example, the graphics, I think, are pretty good. The game's a little slow, the way everything sort of plays out, and that's not due to the thinking that the players are doing. I just mean the app seems like they could have turned up the speed just a little bit and it would make it a little punchier. But as it is, everything is well animated. It does look attractive. It's got the video gamey sensibilities in it. And so I think the graphics are pretty good. The sound is particularly good. I thought it was very appropriate music. It's got some nice sound effects. Everything sounds immersive and interesting. It's crisp. I like the way they tackled that part of it. So you combine the graphics and the sound, and it's a pretty good-looking game. It's a game that makes a good first impression, right? The graphics do give you the ability to go from an isometric view to a completely top-down view, because there was some obscuring that happens with the buildings and all of that. So that's a little bit of a problem, but you can eliminate it by simply switching back and forth between the two views. You know, a more dynamic, exciting look, and then just something that is more usable directly top down. So there you go. Now, the big problem here that I have is the AI in the game. Now, the game has a few modes. You can play online with somebody else. That's fine. You got to find a match, right? And then there is pass and play, and there is simply against the AI in the game, which I think a lot of people are going to play that way, right? You want to play this when you do not have another player available, and you want to have a go at this two-player cat-and-mouse style game. Now, the problem is with the AI, I cannot confirm whether the AI is cheating, but it certainly feels that way. It feels very targeted. It feels like the AI knows things that another player sitting across the table would simply not know. I played this live. I did a What's Happening on this game. And if you are curious, you can go check that out. So you'll see what I'm talking about, where I have hidden 3 assassins throughout the townsfolk, and the guards know exactly who to target. They will walk right up to them using their action points, and they will arrest that character using their shackles. And you have a limited number of both of those things. And there was no hesitation there, right? Not that I would notice hesitation from a computer, but that's what I'm saying. Feels like they went right up, captured the first one, that was it. On their next move, they went right up to the other assassin, captured that character. And then they backed off for the third. So that seems like a script that was written to make me feel pressure, but it doesn't do that. It just makes me feel targeted. It makes me feel like the computer is cheating. So that's a little problematic. Now, the pass and play, I think is good. And the game is stable. Okay, I'm not knocking the game for stability. It's just the AI seems a little wonky, seems a little unfair. The pass and play is not bad. You do have a lot of the player who becomes the assassins will hide 3 assassins, and obviously that information will then be hidden on the screen unless you touch a button, confirm that you want to touch that button, and then it'll show you who they are. And obviously you should be hiding the screen on your iPad, let's say, from the other player when you intend to do that. But so there's a small memory element unless you want to constantly be, taking it away and looking. But otherwise you can just sort of leave it up on whatever surface you're playing on and go back and forth. I like that. That's pretty good. And I think the pass and play is a good way to play this. If a little slow, and that's compounded because every little action you intend to take in this game, you have to touch and then confirm that yes, you want to do that, and then it does it. As a way to keep you from making mistakes. That's not bad. I wish it was a little bit simpler and a little bit faster. That's all I'm saying. And then lastly, the ease of play, which ties into that, is fine. I think it's not bad, but it isn't amazing. A back button would be good at trying to reduce some of these sort of minor tasks that they continually tell you, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure? You sure? Okay, you want to, the clicking off of the hidden assassins, having to confirm, hey, if you touch this, they become visible every single time, is a little much. I would like a checkbox that I could say, okay, stop reminding me of, yes, I know I'm about to reveal them if I touch the symbol. Get out of the way. Let me just touch it quickly and look at it and touch it again and put it back on the table. So there you go. All of that, of course, again, wrapped around a game that I thought was fine, but not great. So overall, the app for me is a looker. I would recommend it perhaps if you intend to solely play this as a pass and play game. If not, and if you are mainly jumping on your board game apps to play with the computer when you are alone, when you are on traveling, whatever it may be, then I would say you might not want to jump on this one. It doesn't feel right from a you versus AI point of view. So this is going to get a 6.5 out of 10 from me. Some things I certainly like, but I wish it was a little bit tighter. I wish there was a little bit more transparency, perhaps, with how the computer in it is behaving against you, the actual player. So there you go. Not saying don't get it, just saying make sure you know what you are wanting from the app and proceed from there. That's going to be it for me, everybody. That is King and Assassins on iOS. My name is Z Garcia. I'll see you on the next one.